What one in a million coincidence have you experienced? So picture this. I was at a coffee shop, just minding my own business, when I overheard someone mention a super obscure band I love. I casually mentioned it too, and turns out the person was the lead singer. We ended up chatting for hours, and it felt like meeting a long-lost friend. What are the odds, right? One in a million for sure. Once, I lost my wallet on a busy street, and I was sure it was gone forever. But the next day, a random stranger messaged me on social media saying they found it and wanted to return it. The crazy part? They lived 2 blocks away from me. It was like the universe was playing a prank, but hey, I got my wallet back with everything intact. I once showed up to a party only to realize it wasn't for me but for someone with the exact same name and birthday. We ended up celebrating together, and it was hilarious how many people thought we were the same person. Talk about a one in a million birthday mix-up. I booked a flight and ended up sitting next to someone who had the same name, was born on the same day, and even worked in the same industry as me. We joked-a-thon that we were long-lost twins separated at birth. The odds of that happening? Astronomical, but it made the flight way more entertaining. I once rescued a stray dog, and a week later, I found out my new neighbor had been looking for the same dog. Turns out the dog had escaped from their yard, and we both had been searching for each other without knowing. It was like the dog was the ultimate matchmaker for us. I was browsing a tiny bookstore when I picked up a book and found a note inside from the previous owner, who turned out to be a childhood friend I hadn't seen in years. We reconnected thanks to that random note, proving sometimes the universe has a quirky sense of humor. One day, I got stuck in an elevator with a stranger, and we started talking about our favorite movies. Turns out, we had the exact same taste and even went to the same college but never met before. It was like fate decided to introduce us in the most awkward way possible. I bought a lottery ticket on a whim, and the person behind me bought the exact same numbers. Neither of us won, but the coincidence of picking the same numbers randomly was wild enough to make me laugh for days. I once spilled coffee on a stranger's laptop, and instead of getting mad, they invited me to join their group of friends. That accidental coffee spill turned into a friendship that's lasted years. Sometimes the worst moments lead to the best stories. At a conference, I wore a name tag with the wrong name by mistake. Someone came up to me thinking I was their old friend with that name, and we ended up having a great conversation. It was a hilarious case of mistaken identity that turned into a memorable encounter. I lost my phone at a concert, and I was sure it was gone forever. But a few hours later, someone found it and posted about it on social media. The crazy part? The person who found it was sitting right behind me the whole time. Talk about a one in a million rescue. I ran into an old school friend in a completely different country while on vacation. We hadn't spoken in years, and the chances of bumping into each other thousands of miles from home were insane. We spent the day catching up like no time had passed at all. I once sent a text to the wrong number, and instead of ignoring it, the person replied with a hilarious story about their day. We ended up texting back and forth for weeks, turning a simple mistake into a fun new friendship. I bought a ticket for the wrong movie by accident, but ended up loving the film. The coincidence of picking the wrong movie led me to discover a new favorite genre. Sometimes mistakes are just happy accidents in disguise. I once gave a birthday gift to a friend, only to find out later that the same gift was given to me by another friend on the same day. It was like the universe was playing a gift exchange prank on us both. I struggled for ages to parallel park in a busy lot, and just as I gave up, a stranger pulled up and did it perfectly on the first try. The coincidence? They had the exact same car as me. It was like my car found its parking twin. I found someone on social media who looked exactly like me, down to the same hairstyle and fashion sense. We connected and joked about being long-lost twins separated at birth. The internet really is a wild place for coincidences. I applied for a job